Aleksandr Stoletov was a famous Russian scientist who was born in 1839 in a small town in Russia. From a young age, he was very curious about the world around him. He liked to ask questions about how things worked and how nature functioned. His family valued education, and they encouraged him to follow his interests in learning. This support helped him develop a love for science, which would shape the rest of his life. As he grew older, Aleksandr moved to the city of Moscow to continue his studies. He attended university there, where he focused on physics, the study of matter and energy. Physics was a field that was just starting to develop at the time, and many new ideas were being explored. Aleksandr was particularly interested in electricity and magnetism, two forces that were not yet fully understood by scientists. This fascination would lead him to make discoveries that would change the way people thought about these forces. At university, Aleksandr was a dedicated student. He worked hard and was always eager to learn more. He spent hours studying and experimenting, trying to understand the mysteries of electricity and magnetism. After he graduated, he started working as a scientist. He spent much of his time doing experiments and testing different theories in his laboratory. He was determined to make important discoveries that would help people better understand how electricity worked. One of Aleksandr Stoletov's most important discoveries was the photoelectric effect. The photoelectric effect occurs when light hits a metal, and the metal releases small particles called electrons. Before Aleksandr's work, scientists knew that light could cause some changes in metal, but they didn't understand exactly how or why this happened. Aleksandr carried out many experiments to explore this question, and he was the first to explain the photoelectric effect in a clear way. He showed that light causes the release of electrons from the surface of the metal, and that this process could be used to generate electricity. This discovery was incredibly important because it helped scientists understand how light and electricity are connected. It also laid the foundation for the development of solar power. Today, solar panels use sunlight to create electricity, and this technology is based on Stoletov's work. His research helped explain how sunlight can be used to generate energy, which is now a common and important source of renewable energy. In addition to his work on the photoelectric effect, Aleksandr Stoletov studied how electricity moves through different materials. He experimented with many different metals and other materials to see how well they could conduct electricity. This research was very important because it helped scientists understand which materials were best for conducting electricity. It also played a role in the development of electrical circuits, which are used in many modern devices, from computers to light bulbs. Another area that Aleksandr Stoletov studied was magnetism. He was interested in how magnets work and how they can be used to generate electricity. He performed experiments to better understand the connection between electricity and magnetism. This area of research was important because it led to many inventions, including electric motors and generators, which are used to create and use electricity in various ways. Stoletov was not just a brilliant scientist, but also a dedicated teacher. After completing his research, he became a professor at the university in Moscow. He loved teaching and sharing his knowledge with others. His students admired him for his deep understanding of physics and his ability to explain complex ideas in simple ways. Stoletov was a very patient teacher, and he inspired many of his students to pursue careers in science. He was a role model for young scientists and encouraged them to be curious and to never stop learning. Stoletov's work as a teacher was as important as his work as a scientist. He believed that the next generation of scientists would play a key role in shaping the future, and he wanted to help them develop the skills and knowledge they needed. Many of his students later became successful scientists and continued his work in physics, making further discoveries and improvements based on his ideas. Although Aleksandr Stoletov faced many challenges during his career, he never gave up. Like most scientists, he faced many setbacks and difficulties in his experiments. There were times when his work did not go as planned, but Stoletov remained determined. He believed that with patience and persistence, he would eventually find the answers to his questions. His dedication to science and his willingness to keep trying even when things were difficult helped him achieve great success. Aleksandr Stoletov's work changed the way people thought about electricity and magnetism. His discoveries had a lasting impact on the development of modern technology. Today, we rely on electricity in many aspects of our daily lives, from lighting our homes to powering our computers and phones. Without Stoletov's research, many of the technologies we use today might not have been possible. Stoletov's work helped shape the future of science and technology. His discovery of the photoelectric effect was one of the key steps in the development of solar energy, which is now an important source of clean, renewable energy. His research on electrical conductors helped improve the technology used to build electrical circuits and machines, which are the foundation of modern electronics. In addition to his work on electricity and magnetism, Stoletov made important contributions to the study of other areas of physics. He was an active researcher throughout his life, writing many books and scientific papers that helped advance the field of physics. He collaborated with other scientists and researchers to improve the understanding of how electricity and magnetism work together. His ideas influenced many of the scientists who followed him, and his work continues to inspire physicists today. Despite his many accomplishments, Stoletov was not widely known during his lifetime. He did not receive as much fame as some of his contemporaries, but his work was highly respected by other scientists. Today, however, his contributions to the field of physics are well recognized, and he is remembered as one of the pioneers of modern science. His discoveries and ideas have had a lasting impact on many areas of technology, from electricity generation to the development of electronics. Sadly, Aleksandr Stoletov passed away in 1896, but his legacy lives on. His work on the photoelectric effect, electrical conductors, and magnetism laid the foundation for many of the technologies we use today. Scientists continue to build on his discoveries, and his name is remembered with respect and admiration. He is considered one of the greatest scientists of his time, and his contributions to physics have shaped the modern world. Aleksandr Stoletov's story is an example of how hard work, curiosity, and a passion for learning can lead to discoveries that change the world. He showed that with determination and a love for science, it is possible to make important contributions that benefit society. Today, we use many of the technologies that Stoletov helped develop, and his work continues to inspire new generations of scientists. Through his dedication to science, Aleksandr Stoletov helped make the world a better place, and his legacy will be remembered for many years to come.